Hello everyone, this is G-Mac, the Backyard Solar Power Company, and what you're looking at here is going to be my new battery box. Alright, over the winter I did keep my batteries in the house, alright, which is a no-no. Alright, you don't keep your batteries in your cabin with you. Yesterday I got scared because it's March 16th today. Yesterday on March 15th, when I was experimenting with a fan, I actually almost overcharged my batteries. I had a charge controller on there, thankfully, that stopped the power. But obviously I get to use less solar panels during the summer than I did during the winter. So that's good news. That means I can actually put some of them away and save them for the winter time. Or you can just disconnect them or use the power for something else. I'd love to figure out if I could run the power to some type of hot water heating element of some sort. Maybe not a real hot water heater that runs off 110 or 115 volt or 220 even, but maybe like a fish aquarium heater or something that could just heat up some water just to get it to a nice, maybe 90 degree water. That'd be nice to take a bath in, just 90 degrees, something like that, maybe. I'll have to experiment with that and find out. You're looking out across the woods here. Oh, there's my little Celtic guy. Let's get him to... He won't ever show his head. Oh, I'm a Celtic guy. But anyway, people think it's evil, but no, it's to ward off evil spirits. It's even look at that. It's even a Viking. It's all a Viking going, stay away from me. But anyway, back to my box. What I'm going to do with this thing is I'm going to drill 3 holes in it for ventilation and for wires and all that. So maybe 4 holes, 5 holes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole right here for ventilation, right in the front. 1 on each side, right there, and right back here. And what this is, it's an old toolbox to a Ranger, Ford Ranger. But I measured it out, and it's perfect to hold my 5 batteries. My 5 batteries will fit right in there perfectly. I'll be able to put my charge control units and my regulator, or my inverters and all that in here with it. It's going to be a self-contained box. I'll be able to run the wires in the house, run them into the fuse panel even if I wanted to. But that's pretty cool. This is the first video to get started. I'm going to do some work, and then I'll record another video showing you what I've done, and maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get there. See what else we can do. It's going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, I just found this old toolbox. There's the lid. That's the lid right there. It's going to come down. It's going to shut. And my battery box is going to be in this toolbox looking thing. See how it looks like a little toolbox? What I like about it is it has a lock on it, which I do have a key. So I can lock my batteries and everything inside this box. I can strap it to the porch. Like I said, it's going to be self-contained, everything I need. What's even more interesting is the ability to take it to job sites. I don't know. Let me show you something real quick. This right here, on my floor in the cabin here, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a 2,000 watt continuous power inverter. This uses either my car battery or my pack of batteries to run just about anything that I have. I believe my chop saw uses less than 2,000 watts continuous. Here's my old jigsaw. This thing's older than, I don't know, it might be as old as me. I think it's older than He-Man, I'm not sure. But it runs fine. It runs fine off this power inverter. It's plugged in right there. Runs fine off this inverter. I'm going to be using this power tools to work on that toolbox. But like I said, you see the capabilities here. If you had a full set of batteries, or even a way to set your panels up on your vehicle, and you had a self-contained toolbox like this that held everything, I want to see how much I can get in there and what all we can do with it. But just imagine the possibilities of that right there, guys. Alright? Throwing that idea out there for now. I have it recorded and dated. Alright, it's March 16, 2013. So if anybody else comes up with this idea before I do, you're gonna have to cut me in. But I got proof, guys. I'm sorry, it's right there. But anyway, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be pretty neat. I cleaned it all. Well, I didn't clean it all out. I'm not gonna go too clean on it. Just not that worried with it. It's got some old oil and stuff in the bottom of it. Oh no. Anyway, this went over 5 minutes, so I'll see you guys in the next video with some holes and maybe even the batteries put in there, so you guys can get an idea what's going on. Alright, I'll talk to you later. This is G-Mac signing out. Alright, so there's a hole. There's 2 holes, wires coming in, wires going out, and ventilation. And I got another hole right there. See on the front. That's all ventilation. Why do I need all this ventilation? I started to tell you a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago, that I got scared when I overcharged my batteries. I'm glad it cut it down. Well, if you overcharge your batteries, and anytime battery charges truthfully, it produces hydrogen gas. Okay? And that's why you don't want it in your house. If you flipped on your switch and sparked, you could actually blow yourself up. The gas is poisonous when it's in large quantities, so you gotta avoid that also. So that's why having it in the cabin throughout the winter was not really a great idea. I didn't realize that when I was doing it through the winter and I was playing with the solar panels, and didn't realize that when summer came, I didn't think about it, I was going to need less. Didn't think about that. Still not an excuse to have them in the house. There's no excuse to have them inside the cabin, inside the house. Alright, you always want them on the porch. Preferably in their own little concrete building away from the house would be awesome. You just have to have your inverters out there and everything, because AC power travels better than DC power. DC power will lose voltage, will lose power, current and everything as it travels long distances. So, but AC power handles it better. So if you do build your box outside of the house, or a building outside the house, which I plan on doing eventually, I'm gonna, like I said, this has got other application ideas, but I do eventually plan on building one outside of the house for wind power and stuff like that. And my inverters will be in there, which will run electricity to my power box, which will power the house in certain locations where I want that type of power. Alright, but we haven't made that far yet. Still playing. Anyway, I wanted to show you the holes, how far I've gotten along here. And when I come back, we will have the batteries in there. We will have batteries in there. I want to see where I can put my inverters and everything. Right now, I think I'm going to keep my inverters in the house, in the cabin here, just for extension cord purposes. I don't think my extension cords are long enough to run to the places where I have them running. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have it all together here in just a little bit. Yes. Be right back. Alright, hello everyone, this is G-Mac again. Here we are. Look at that. 5 batteries fit in there like perfect. 5 batteries. These are all Marine Deep Cycle batteries. I got these are 1 amp, 122 amp hour batteries. So each one lasts 122 hours at 1 amp a piece. Alright, 2 amps a piece would be half that, so 61. 61 hours, people. That's a pretty long time per battery, right? At 2 amps a piece. I don't know of anything that really runs off 2 amps. Quite a few things that run off 3 amps, like drills and maybe even televisions and stuff. I haven't really checked into that part, but from what I do with my computer, my router, my DVD player, my lights, this setup can run that for 3 days without a recharge. Alright, 3 whole days. And that's not even taking the batteries down to the dangerous point of like 80%. Alright, I like to run my batteries to about 85% max at the lowest. I normally go down to about 90%. But let's see if I can put that in other terms. You get 13 volts per battery basically, and I'll run them down to 11.9 at the most. Alright, for the whole setup within 3 days. 11.7 was the lowest I got in 3 days during the winter. But this is the setup. Over here, remember I cut holes in the side with my jigsaw that I had plugged into these batteries. That's and the inverter. But I put a fan on over here in this tube, 12 volt fan. And the idea is for it to push the hot air out. I want to get a temperature control switch that I can set up in here, besides this switch. Alright. I'm just trying around with ideas right now. That's why I got the duct tape. The duct tape is just a flex duct tape. It's like the best kind. But this fan hopefully will keep the temperature down in here and keep the hydrogen gas out of here. So I got a black toolbox, right? And I probably need to paint it some other color on the outside so it won't absorb heat as much. Alright. But in the wintertime, the batteries do better when it's cold outside. In summertime, the batteries do better when they're cold outside. So hopefully this fan will help out on that. Just got to get the temperature control switch, and then I won't have to manually turn this on and off on days that I think it's going to be hot. It's also going to give me a chance to run power off to avoid the overcharge thing. This is a little 1/2 amp fan, so I can run this fan off one of these batteries for like 244 hours. Alright, that's over 10 days. So that's awesome. Won't drain my batteries too much. Alright, that's it for this part, and I will see you in the next part. Once show you some wirings here. Got all these wired up to positive to positive, positive to positive, negative to negative, negative to negative. Just so you know, negatives are on one side, positives are on the other. I've seen people use thicker wire than this, but this is normal, and these aren't tight enough because I haven't attached my chargers yet. I'm going to show you how that's all wired up too, because I found a neat system. I'll need some comments, I guess, down in the comment section about how you believe this might work out. For me, over the winter time, I found out that this idea of charging works a lot better than other ways that I've seen. So you'll get to see that in the next part of the video. Alright, we'll see you guys then. Alright, here we are with all the batteries in. I got charge controller box right here, all the plugs on the front of it, showing that my batteries are holding 12.8. Got 2 of those in here, 1 on each side. And I had 3 of these hooked up, but I've been overpowering my batteries, so I'm down to these 2, and then I have a 3rd one. Alright, this is my indicator one. This one tells me that everything's working right when it's charging and everything. I put it on the front of my toolbox here. So as you can see, this light tells me when my batteries are charged, or when it's red, they're undercharged. When it's yellow, it needs charged, and when it's green, it's done. But I think this light's just old because it's always kind of yellow compared to this green one over here. This green one over here indicates that the solar panels are charging right now. Now I just want you to see this. These are multi-crystal solar panels. I just want you to notice, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen this a lot brighter. This is overcast. It's getting ready to rain. It's sprinkled a little bit already, and my batteries are charging. So if you have a chance, you can get monocrystal solar panels, or you can get multi-crystal solar panels. And multi-crystal ones work even when it's cloudy outside. They have a little black tone to them more than the blue tone. But I just wanted to share that, along with my battery box here that I'm slowly but surely getting finished here at the cabin. This battery box is going to take the thread out of the hydrogen gas inside the cabin here. So I'm going to put it out here. The fan still works after hooking everything up. Be able to run this fan when it's really hot outside. It gets real humid here where I'm at in the NWA. But there it is. Now I just got to run my inverter wires through and get that all hooked up so I can go to class tonight. And after. But everything is organized, ready to go. I got one extra panel now. The big one that I built last year is my extra that I'm going to get to play with now. Alright, well, that is the battery box. Like I said, I just got a few wires to run. Oh, I told you that I was going to show you this wiring setup that I discovered that seems to work a little bit better than the straight way. Alright, now everything that I saw, when you're hooking up your charge wires, you just hook them up to your front two batteries. Okay? Everything you hook to your front two batteries, whichever side you decide is your front. Okay? You hook everything up to that. Well, in this winter, I was having trouble with each panel setup having enough power to even charge the batteries, even when I combined them all together on one battery. So this is what I ended up doing. Off of this control charger, I have my positive running to this battery and the negative running to this battery. Okay, so I'm charging these two batteries off of that. Now, earlier I tried running negative here and positive all the way down here and didn't have enough power to charge the whole setup. And on this one, when I set it up just here and here, it seemed to not have enough power to flow through the battery. So I decided 2 batteries at a time per setup. So I have 4 solar panels on 2 batteries, 4 solar panels on these 2 batteries, and 4 solar panels on these 2 batteries. I got a 5th battery on these 2 batteries. Yeah, going across these 3. That's what it is. 4 solar panels going across these 3. And that's my setup. And it seems to work out a lot better than just trying to wire them directly to one battery or trying to wire them directly to all the batteries. If I break them up, I seem to be able to even keep my batteries balanced, not having to go through my water as much. It just seems to be, it's just my experiment. I'm not saying that this is how you do it. I'm just saying that from my experiments, this is what's worked out the best. Alright, thanks for keeping up with me. And I will see you guys in the next videos. This is G-Mac signing out. Alright everybody, welcome back. This is G-Mac, Backyard Solar Power Company. It is raining bad. Look at that. Well, great. Can't say bad, it's awesome. We need it. Got my creek bed running through the yard over here. It is raining. I didn't start this just to show you that it was raining. I started this so I could show you that even though it's raining, see that little green light on the left? My solar panels are still charging my batteries. Still, you've got to get multi-crystal solar panels, alright? This is the only reason I'm showing you. Rain, rain, rain. All out across there. It's still charging. Still charging. Alright, that's a 1-minute video. See you guys next time.